What if the love you've been searching for was right in front of you all along? What if, while chasing excitement, drama, or validation, you overlooked someone who was quietly, consistently there? Picture this: a man spends years chasing love that feels like a movie. He wants sparks, fireworks, big moments. He wants something that turns heads, something everyone envies, but he doesn't notice the woman who brings him coffee when he's tired, the one who listens when he's too drained to talk, the one who stays, even when there's no spotlight. And one day, she's gone. Not because she stopped loving him, but because he never noticed her love in the first place. He wasn't chasing a person, he was chasing a feeling. And now, that quiet, steady love is gone. Maybe this isn't just his story. Maybe it's yours too. And if it is, you're not alone. In a world that glorifies noise and drama, we forget to appreciate the calm. We forget how strong quiet love really is. So stop. Ask yourself, is there someone in your life who shows up for you in ways you've never truly thanked them for? This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. It's about waking up, because real love doesn't always scream. Sometimes, it whispers. So why do we miss it? Because our minds are wired for novelty. We crave what's intense, what's new. We think love should be thrilling, not steady, passionate, not peaceful. We confuse calm with boredom. But here's the truth: stability isn't the absence of love, it's the evidence of love. I remember a friend who once told me his relationship felt flat. He said, "She's kind, she's loyal, but I don't feel excited." Months later, after she left, he realized it wasn't excitement he was missing. It was gratitude. The Stoics remind us, the present moment is all we ever have. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts." If you see calm as emptiness, you'll always feel restless. But if you see calm as a gift, you'll start to notice all the love you've been overlooking. So look around. Who's been showing you quiet loyalty? Who's offering consistency while you're out chasing chaos? Now ask yourself, am I missing the very thing I say I want? Here's how you know a woman truly loves you, not with noise, but with presence. First, she shows up in small ways. She brings you a drink when you're deep in work. She listens when you're rambling nonsense. She checks in, not to demand your attention, but to remind you she cares. Real love isn't loud. It's consistent. Second, she gives you freedom. Stays close. She trusts you. She doesn't need to monitor your every move. She respects your space and still makes you feel like she's part of your world. That's not detachment. That's maturity. I knew a guy who once said, "She never nags. She just lets me be." He thought it meant she didn't care until he realized it was her way of showing deep respect. Third, she stays when you fail. When everything's going well, it's easy to have people around, but when life falls apart, the real ones stay. Once knew a man who lost everything. Friends disappeared. Even family pulled away, but she stayed. Not to fix him, not with fake positivity. She just sat with him and reminded him quietly. His worth wasn't tied to his job or success. That's love. Fourth, she doesn't test your love with drama. She doesn't create chaos just to see if you care. She trusts what you've built. Together, that's emotional maturity. It's easy to stir things up. It takes real strength to stay calm when everything else is loud. Stoicism teaches us this. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And love that lasts reflects that same strength. It stays steady. It endures. Fifth, she respects your masculine presence without giving up her own. She lets you lead when it's your role to lead, not because she can't, but because she trusts your vision. And when she adds her voice, it's not to challenge your power. It's to build with you. That's not weakness. That's partnership. I saw this in a couple once. The man was starting a business, full of risk and doubt. She didn't have all the answers, but she supported him. She asked smart questions. She gave him room to carry the weight, and stood beside him the whole way. That's love. Sixth, she trusts your judgment, even when she disagrees. She doesn't micromanage. She doesn't need to remind you of every little thing. She believes in the man you're becoming. That kind of trust, it's earned, and it only comes when you are living like the man you say you are, steady, clear, respectful. So ask yourself, are you leading with presence or just volume? Seventh, she loves your growth, not just your wins. She's not with you for your titles. She's with you because she sees your discipline, your honesty, your commitment to evolve. I knew a man whose life fell apart. He lost his money, his image, his status. But she stayed, not out of pity, but out of faith in the man he was becoming. That's the difference between loving your image and loving your essence. Seneca said, "Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool." The same goes for love. A wise woman loves your character, not your trophies. Now pause. Who in your life has stood by you through growth, not just glory? Are you surrounding yourself with people who support your evolution? And more importantly, are you becoming the kind of man who grows or just performs? Because here's the truth. Real love, especially for a man grounded in stoic strength, is not about rescue. It's about resilience. It's not about someone completing you. It's about building a life with someone as strong as you, not because you need them, but because you want something true. Marcus Aurelius said,